today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Winston and the Tennessee Titans taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Bringing them out in his 8th year out of Florida State, the former Heisman Trophy winner, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
Throwing right away is Winston. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Winston. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And some room to work. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a toss right to Barkley. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, Every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. He completes it right side to White. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. John Fitzpatrick, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Jameis now on 1st down. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now, I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete to McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's Winston. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the red zone now, Winston. They'll find Everett there, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Run of the jet sweep, Landry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jarvis Landry, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Touchdown! Allen Robinson from 6 yards away. And the Titans have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Come the Giants. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Jones. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Gano's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Jones now on 3rd down. That's complete to the former Titan Pro Bowler, A.J. Brown. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20. Right?
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. Throwing on second down. Jones. That's complete to White. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 3, second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got White here. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Gano's kick is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. And the Titans getting set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Winston. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
It's awfully tough for a rookie to lead his team in sacks, but Azeez Ojulari did it as a second-rounder for the New York Giants last season. He had 8 of them and played a lot like the first-rounder many analysts thought he would have been.
And Winston lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming up, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. A.J. Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Winston. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. So we've reached halftime here on Oak. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Again, it's Barkley. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Past the 20, and down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
To throw again on second down. Jones. It's caught. This is White. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Jones looking to throw on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That is taken in by Hurst. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. John Fitzpatrick making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's got his big tight end here.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we? Vertical, downhill running. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Now Winston. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. first down carry for Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Dillon up the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, Winston. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that gets him back within 10. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Giants going to take over again on offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Winston. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down. Jameis again. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Henry up the middle. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Back to it after the pick six. Winston looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, Winston. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks.
And Winston lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Back to throw again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Here's Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, They will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To try again after the sack. Winston. Out left, he's got it to Everett. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Giants, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee,